Welcome everybody to Championship Tuesday here at the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championships. Got a great semi-final to kick off the day. Noel Rodriguez taking on the reigning senior PAPSA champion Fabiano Lursen. Kevin Patrick is our referee at the table. He's getting the first frame set up. It's David Burney in the booth. We're happy that you're tuning in. A little bit later of a start, as it was a late finish last night. Just pushed our start time a bit, so we appreciate your patience. But we're getting ready to go. Tough one to call here. It's a best of 7. 4 frames. You need to win to put yourself into the final. Give yourself a chance to be playing at the Crucible Theater.
No, it's okay. I can do it. It's just that it's from an 8-ball table or something. Oh, okay. Here's a step. Yeah. The size of it.
I haven't found a swan or an extended spider. I have a regular spider up on that table.
Do let us know where you're tuning in from. The chat is active and live. Put on your support. I think we're going to get a lot of Portuguese coming over the chat.
Let's find them and put them out.
Players here are from Brazil. It's an all Brazilian day here. In our other semi-final match, it's Itero Santos and Igor Figueiredo, and that is on the CBBS YouTube channel. So you can check out there.
Yep. Almost ready to start here. Just want to announce, make sure everyone who's not playing to turn their cell phones off or at least on vibrate. Also,
Kevin is
both refereeing the matches, so it's unlimited misses.
Kevin is tournament director, is just announcing some house rule etiquette, just making sure everyone in the room that is watching puts their cell phones to vibrate or turns them off. And as well, that there's unlimited foul misses in that situation, as early on in the tournament there was a maximum of 4 attempts, 3 putbacks, and when they were on the color balls it was 4 or more snookers required. It is a concession, but now it's just up to the individual players. All 4 players here are pretty seasoned, so they know when the frame's out of hand, they're probably going to concede. Good round of applause for all. And Noel set to get us started here in frame 1 of this semi-final of the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championships. It's a nice long red to get Fabino started. I think what we're going to see today is who can capitalize on the mistakes and who can score heavily. Both players capable of all facets of the game here. Referee Patrick, it's not a touching ball. If it was, the referee would point out which ball the cue ball was touching. In that case, Fabino would have been able to shoot away, but in this case it's not. We are at the Aryan Snooker Club in Sacramento. Very warm, early September days. That's why they've put a little relax on the dress code. As you can see, Fabino wearing the traditional green, yellow, and blue Brazilian colors. And Noel in more a traditional snooker garb. Fabino's faltered there. He's given a chance for Noel. Now, how can he capitalize on this?
One. 8. 9. 16. 17.
'He's got a couple reds open to play for. Doesn't have to open up those reds just yet. Probably just wants to pick them off.
Twenty-four. 25. 32. 33.
'Does have that open red left side of the bunch. And that red that's below it to the right does go into the top right corner, so he'll be satisfied just plucking off these reds, not opening them up.
38. 39. 46. 47.
Well, you can run through this black. As you can see, that red goes nicely to the left middle.
35.
54. $55.
I know a slight angle on the black to come up and at least open up these reds. Maybe taking a look at the possible plant, those two reds on the right side of the cluster. Looks like it does go. That's what he's playing for. A little bit of space between the two reds.
62.
Makes the plant just that little bit more difficult. Big shot here. Very nice.
63.
Using the pink to help him out. And now this should be an excellent chance for him to get the first frame of the match on the board.
$70. $71.
Yeah, the frame is his now, but can we see the century? What a way to
76.
start off Championship Tuesday.
$77. $84.
It's got a potential 1-3-5 on.
$85. $92. $93.
That's black for the century. And the crowd happy with that.
100. $101. $107.
Green ball, the only ball that's not on its
No.
spot. Shouldn't be a problem for Noel, as running the colors is a common practice routine.
$112.
The frame is his. Those pockets open up.
$116.
It's gonna be a good shot here to get on the pink. Gonna go around it to up in and out of bulk. a bit too
121.
much. Needs a good pink to keep hopes of a 1-3-4. Oh, what a shot.
127.
That's fantastic break building here by Noel.
134.
Wow, 1-3-4 to take that first frame gives a good fist pump there. Fabino only made one mistake, but he was punished severely. Let's see if the reigning seniors champ can rebound in frame 2 when we come right back.
Fabino to break.
And we're back here at the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship. Great, impressive 1-3-4 by Noel in that first frame. See how Fabino responds. Well, he's in again. Just watch out for that cue ball. He's back in again.
Three. Sorry. Four.
Just a little pathway. He's not welded to the brown there, so he can take the yellow and come back table. And there's a red above that black direct line that will go to the top right corner.
Six.
The red closer to the black.
Seven.
Kind of came up a little short there.
14.
So Just left Noel a long red. Well, looks like he's taking it on. No, just gonna play safe. It's gotta be a little worrisome for Fabino. You know, just one little mistake, and he could be sitting for quite a while. So, just see a little tactical work here. Full in the face there for Noel into that yellow. Love a pot on for Fabino, but rather have his cue ball where that yellow ball is. This is really where the chess match comes in. All ranges of fans, some are new, some are old. But new fans might be concerned of why they're not potting. Well, when your opponent can get in and run a 1-3-4 on you, you don't want to give them any chance to get started. So that's why you're seeing the safety shot of them just clipping off these reds, coming back into the bulk area. Fabino is equally as talented. He could be putting up a century or two. So both these guys play a lot back in their native Brazil. Easy starter for Fabino. He is amongst the reds. He's got a good cue ball. Tuck to the ball cushion. Be hitting the top part of it. Just want to put unwanted side. Ooh, that's a bad cannon there. Fabino has forced a mistake by Noel. Pink is tied up, but it does look like the black goes to the top right corner. It does have blue.
One. Six.
Kind of pathway there for that red. Unfortunately, with all those reds to the right of the black, black isn't going to find home in the right pocket. Got to come off the cushion for the blue.
Seven.
just slow roll this red in beyond the black. Not risking that.
13.
I'll be happy with blues all day long if it keeps them at the table. Noel just hoping he can get some chance. You know,
18.
Bino just wanted to be a bit higher on that.
18. Hit a blue ball.
One. Mais quatro, isso. Yellow ball. One.
So a little out of position there, so this break is going to stop at 18. Unless he can make a phenomenal double. That's not going to be in the cards for Fabino. Great discipline there. Didn't try to force something in. Knew that he didn't have the shot. So better leave his opponent with a tough situation.
All four. And this.
It's a good hit, but unfortunately he's left a red. This top right corner pocket and come up for the blue.
One.
Fabino just wanted a little flick on that pink and red, just open up a little bit.
Six.
So a tricky red. Oh, it just rattles in the jaws. He's given a chance for Noel. Long red, top left corner.
One.
A bit more pace just to flick a bit more on that blue, but just have the green into its own pocket. It does look like there's a little angle to come off the bulk cushion. Back down table for a red.
Four.
That could be a big miss there for Noel. It's always tough going across the nap. That's a shot he should have made.
One.
thin cut on that black to the top right corner. Selecting the blue ball. Well, he didn't get the snooker, but he got a good safe shot there. Just a 7-point advantage for Fabino. 25-18 in the second frame, best of 7 semi-final match. This cue ball headed. It's okay. Flirted dangerously with dropping into the green pocket. Yeah, shot to nothing there with that cut back on that red. Left the long red for Fabino. Obviously the question is, some people debate what makes a long pot. Is it the distance traveled in total? Some people say a long pot is when the cue ball needs to travel far distance to hit the red. And some people say a long pot is when the cue ball travels a short distance to the object ball, but then the object ball needs to run a far distance. I'll leave that up into the chat room for a good debate. Definitely let us know where you're tuning in from. It's an all Brazilian affair here. Noel had an impressive 1-3-4 break in the first frame. Kind of clamped down a little bit. Made more a little scrappy little second frame. As the great Stephen Hendry said once, he did get a maximum in a match he was playing at the World Championship, was just disgusted pretty much because he lost the match. This goes to show you 147 is just one frame. Most of these players rather win the match, get their hands on the hardware, and raise the trophy. That's not his favorite safety shot. But do well. I'd love to get a color ball back on its spot. Looks like maybe the pink is the only one, but it's tied up with that red. Love to get the blue back on its spot.
One.
He's got a nice angle for it. Back down table. So this frame's slowly looking to be favored for Noel.
Seven.
Wonder if there's a path line. It's tight with that red by the pink. It looks like he's got it. So this is going to free up the pink. No, he didn't. Looked like he was full confident in it. From my vantage point, that he did just enough, but
13.
yeah, this is going to be a tricky red with the rest.
19.
Just got a little the wrong side of the blue. Just a trace of it. Like to be, obviously you have his cue ball on the other side towards the bulk end. But definitely cue power is not a problem for Noel. Just
24.
relies on great technique as he got that ball spinning around the table, but didn't move a lot on the shot.
Five. Brown.
He's just going to come up behind this brown. Make Fabiano's life a little tough. So
25. Well,
always a potential to free ball too with this red ball
43.
glued tight to the pink.
25.
So an 18-point advantage with 35 on the table for Noel, who's leading this match already, 1-0. He's done well to hit. Wish there is a thin cut there. Be surprised if Noel refuses it. Went for it, but it was difficult, but it didn't sell it out, so. Ooh. He's got the snooker. Might just be a thin coat of red there. Don't think the potting ankle's there for Noel, but you can just glance on that red. Need a bit more angle than I thought. He's opened the door for Fabiano. Shot's almost 10 feet in distance, so this is no gimme. Let's have the pace. Ooh, I think there's a gap and the potting ankle's there. Big shot for Noel. See there as that red ball finish and cue ball. It's a relatively simple starter. Only blue on its spot, but no color ball tied up.
One.
There are going to be some delicate touch shots here for Fabino if he wants to take this second frame.
Five.
This is a pressure clearance. Oh my goodness, just lapsed a little in concentration there. Just a little issue with the scoreboard.
And five would be the brown.
Fabino just
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
furious inside.
For him. Not working.
23, 24, 28.
Just a second. Hold on.
So just having a little look at the scoring counter. It's the 20-year anniversary of PAPSA. We're happy you're tuning in. Now this is the senior side of the event, starting tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific time. The open side starts. 64 players come into play. We had 48 in this side of
You got
the
it.
tournament.
It doesn't matter. It's already done.
All got dwindled down to 4, and we will find out who's going to be number 1, who's going to get the name on the trophy, who's going to be invited to Sheffield, England
I know
next May
Snooker.
to play in the World Seniors Snooker Championship
Just,
at the Holy Grail of Snooker, the Crucible Theater. We are at the Aryan Snooker Club in Sacramento. Admission is free. Come down and pay us a visit if you're in the neighborhood. So, scoring is now correct.
2.
And this does not look good for Fabino. Disastrous yellow that just rattled in the jaws.
5.
As we say, you don't mind losing to opponent when they just play better, but when you give them opportunities, that's when it really hurts.
9.
That was his frame ball. Blue for sure. And that's as pretty as a picture on the pink into the green pocket. So Noel Rodriguez of Brazil, he's got a 2-frame advantage over his countryman in Fabino. Last year's champion is feeling it. He's going to have to do something to get back into this match.
Frame.
Black is uncontroversial. So 63-30 in that second frame. We're going to step aside as referee Kevin Patrick sets it up, and we'll be right back to see if Fabino can get his first frame on the board.
What he did was undo it. Pardon me? Yeah, sitting on the counter right there.
to 7.
Four.
Well, some of our viewers, John, are wondering, how come you're not playing in this tournament?
Not old enough. Don't want to age myself. No, I haven't played much since
Seven.
COVID. But just the desire to play, it's just time. And I wouldn't get to, sit here with you, David.
8.
So obviously the Brazilians have made a great statement here, with last 4 being all Brazilian.
Well, it depends on which Brazilian to talk to, but I've heard they have 500,000 to 1 million tables in Brazil. And now they play on the 5x10s. So there's a little judgment going to the 6x12s,
Yellow.
but still, it's good work.
Yeah, that's quite the number of tables to have. But, again, shows that there's, a lot of interest in the game, and with the WPBSA promoting and pushing it and doing all good things overseas and more events coming, it's great to see. Now if we can get
12. 7.
500,000 to 1 million tables in the Americas, we'd be right on track.
So it's David Burney in the booth, and that other voice that you might be hearing is CBSA President and Board Member on PAPSA, John White. Really happy that he's come in to give his insights and share maybe a few stories and how he got into the game.
Well, too many stories.
Yeah, I know. You can see the rail.
Interesting position here for MLB and Snooker. Looks like he's hit that one perfect.
Now we know up in Toronto, you run a great room, Corner Bank. Your business partner up there, Jim White, as a lot of people will know, is a great pool commentator. Did he give you any tips for coming into the booth?
First tip was don't do it. Yeah, Jim's been around the game for years. Definitely started off commentating, doing snooker, and evolved into pool, as we know. So still does a little bit here and there, but he's taking a hind seat, just enjoying life a little more.
Kind of a little messy table. Black's really kind of tied up down there on the top cushion, and Pink's on the other side of the world, up there at the bulk.
Yeah, it'll take a couple of good shots to get a break going here. If they possibly get the blue back on the spot, would help open things a little bit for those bottom reds. You got a couple of aggressive players here, so nothing would surprise me. Some of the balls that it would take on. I don't know if people have, or David has mentioned it, if people are aware, but it's a pretty warm few days here in Sacramento. I just arrived yesterday, and I think today it's hitting 40 degrees. So
That's 120 in America, as the Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Us coming from the great right north are used to Celsius and the metric system.
And the minus 40. but it affects the conditions a little bit. I know the players say they're hitting everything a little thick. It just usually comes into play when it gets warmer and humid. But couldn't affect the play too much. I mean, Igor has a 141 break first day. Now we've seen a 134 today. So the good players will adjust quicker than the rest.
Yeah, we always hear sometimes some gripes that players have, but there's two players at the table.
Yeah. Oh, this table's changed a lot now. All the reds are open. The black's somewhat open on the right-hand side of the table. Players can get to it. Honestly, Fabio wants to fight himself back into this match.
One.
Right here, probably you're looking at playing the snooker. It's hard to tell how far that brown is off the rail, but you can tuck in behind it.
Brown.
So we are getting viewers from all around the world. I know we do have a contingent of Canadian viewers that have tuned in, and since you're heavily involved up there in Canada, anything coming down the pipe that we should know of, John?
Well, there's always things evolving with CABSA. We're just finalizing our elections for the CBSA board. Should have been done by now, but a couple of provinces asked for extensions, so we'll be welcoming a new board soon. Another 4 people on the board, so that'll be exciting. You know, basically the pool season's kicking off in across Canada now. Seems the summer a lot of people take the time off and enjoy the nicer weather, but with September here now, it'll be pool season and snooker season, so people will be heading back indoors and onto the green blaze. So we'll work on putting together some more events. There's more and more interest in Q Sports and some new rooms opening across Canada, Toronto. There's a few, and I understand there's a few out west, so the interest is growing. We'll hopefully work together with those rooms and get some more events going.
Yep, out in Vancouver, Moran Manashkar has recently just opened up a nice room with 6-star snooker tables. Ramin Haderi out in Calgary, he's got a room, I think he has 3 snooker tables now. Our friend Darcy Michael out in Winnipeg, Manitoba, he's still battling away at Bourbon Street Billiards. They don't have a new room, but definitely a lot of things are opening up out there.
Oh, that's good to see. I mean, snookers was basically taking a hind seat there for a few years in the early 2000s when pool was the rave, but big resurgence, and having events like this in the Pan American region where players can qualify for, you know, in the seniors, the World Senior event, and in the Open 2-year tour card, it's made a big difference and a big push in the game. So I'd like to thank the WPBSA for their involvement and aligning ourselves with them, giving players the opportunity. Be interesting to see this year who will get the 2-year tour card. We have Sahil Nair over there representing PABSA this year.
Yes, it's been a long time since there's been a Canadian over on the professional tour, so it's great that PABSA has got those opportunities to send players over there.
And for our viewers, We have
Foul 4 and a miss.
Itero taking a 2-0 lead away from Igor. Now it's 2-1. He trails 2-1.
A little bit more.
Not sure what his break was there, but he had a nice little break to get himself back into this match with a 4-7.
See it.
Every game's important, as they always are, but didn't want to go down 3-0, especially to a player like Igor. And over on the match we're watching now, we have the referee Kevin Patrick placing the ball, and incoming players snookered here on a miss rule.
And John, just an update on that frame that's right in front of our broadcast booth where Taro is playing. He had a 113.
Well, there you go. Conditions can't be too bad.
That's true. Our good friend Charlie Brown has entered the room. Charlie, always a staple at all these tournaments. He's a real journeyman,
Foul 4.
has cue and will
Miss.
travel. So this is
Yeah, I remember Charlie as a junior. Like to think he's still a junior. That was a good hit there. Frame's pretty close, 25-19 for Fabio, but he's trailing 2-0. He definitely wants to win this frame. Doesn't want to fall back 3-zip.
Mark.
Kevin Patrick marking the ball here.
a very interesting trick that Kevin showed me last year at this tournament. Just, really helps up speed the play a little bit. There's always the guesswork of where the cue ball goes back. So if he can mark it in this foul and miss situation, he can go precisely back.
And keeps the momentum going,
Miss.
which is good. Nice to have the little tools. Trick of the trade. And Kevin's been doing this more than a couple of years, so. Ooh,
Foul.
might hit the red,
Oh,
but
no, just hit it. Sorry. Right. Just hit it.
Kevin jumped the gun.
How long has he been doing it for?
Yeah,
I didn't miss
that's
the
what Jimmy would say. That's the commentator's curse.
Usually it's for players. We've never seen one for a referee.
So you gotta get on, got a nice little rub there. Well, could score a few points here. Put a little bit of pressure on Fabio, and again, the commentator's curse. That was a well-struck ball there.
Yeah, Fabino needs to really score heavily after that mistake. Rather careless one by Noel.
Yeah, the last frame, Fabio was a little unfortunate. He was playing on the yellow, and from the angle I was watching, I couldn't see exactly what happened when he missed the yellow, but it seemed like he got a bit of a kick. And cost him the frame. Because he had a good chance to score, get himself right back into the match, keep it at 1-1, but that kick was costly. Who's over on that one?
15.
The speed of the table seem to be playing very good, even though it's a bit warmer. A bit more, not so much humidity, but as things warm up in the building, the run of the ball seems to be very good. Fabio taking a little lead here and
Yep.
putting Noel in jail.
Let me check here.
Good hit by Noel.
Very well struck. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't take this ball on. Elected to play a nice safety. As I say, both these players are pretty aggressive, so
Foul. 4 points, Fabino.
1.
good opportunity here for Fabio. Score a few points if he can get on this
1.
last red with after the color. Good opportunity to win the frame if he can get on that red. But it looks like that ball didn't, the blue didn't pass, so nothing wrong with a good snooker.
True, the game is not called pot balls. It's called snooker, so.
Oof.
Foul. 4 in the miss.
Yeah, I learned that well from a player named Cliff Thorburn. Maybe you've heard of him.
I think so. Is he the guy that stole the mustache from Tom Selleck?
That'd be him. Oof.
Foul.
Yeah, Cliff, one of our national treasures up in
4
Canada, the 1980 world champion. First player to make a maximum break at the Crucible Theater in 1983.
This is interesting here. Might be a free ball.
This thing. One, two,
57 is the difference. To 24.
Not yet. 1.
33 being the difference. He elects to put him back. I don't even think he looked at the free ball.
I was checking the score.
Shy again.
Foul. 4.
Well, with the difference being 37, the miss isn't on. And snookers are required, so. That snooker played by Fabio helped to win the frame. Or take a great lead in the frame. I guess it's not over yet.
37 in it and 35 on. Noel just needs the one snooker. Always a chance of a free ball with that last red on the table. So, Fabi, would like to get this frame. Oh,
No.
One.
favorite little kiss off that.
Things are going your way.
Mm-hmm.
Just cinch the black there. Take a commanding lead in this frame. I'm pretty sure that he'll win this frame, but Noel will do what he can.
Yeah, earlier on in the tournament there was a ruling when they're on the colors. 4 or more snookers required for a win. It's a concession, but in the latter stages, and they have a referee, leave it up to players, and the players with this standard know when they're out of frame. Not all the balls need to go down. They'll know when to call it quits.
5.
Yeah, it's a good rule. Keeps the pace going at these events.
I think
Fran,
as well a
Fabino?
good education tool for the new players. They don't really know. Some players might think, well, when all the balls are down, that's the end of the frame, not realizing it's the points game. But Fabino takes that frame. It's his first of the match. Hopefully he can mount somewhat of a comeback. We'll have one more frame before the mid-session interval, and we'll be right back with frame 4.
Fabino to break.
And welcome back. This is our last frame before the mid-session interval. Can Fabino tie at 2 frames apiece? Or can Noel have a commanding 3-1 advantage? Well, hope you enjoyed that last frame, as we got some great insight from John White, a man that has been involved with Q Sports for many years. If you want to see John and you're in the Southern Ontario region, especially in Toronto, in Canada, he runs the Corner Bank with Jim Weich. They've got a lot of pool tables, a lot of snooker tables, great food and drink, always a good time. It seems to be always busy, never a dull moment at that room.
What a great job you're doing. I mean it.
Little safety exchange here. Always important to have that good facet of the game. He may be an exceptional potter and break builder, but if you don't have the tactical side, you really will find out pretty quickly that you'll falter in the game. Interesting enough, I think way back in the early teens of 2000, Barry Hawkins made it to the World Championship final, and I think he did not have a break over 40, if you can imagine that. So just an exceptional tactical player that Barry is. Fortunately, he come against Ronnie O'Sullivan, and we know that guy can put a few balls together and tie up an opponent.
1.
On the right side of the blue, natural angle, gonna take him down table. Well, how's his luck with the split? Could be better, could be worse.
Eleven.
Fabino would love to get the pink or black back on its spot, but he'll be happy with blues. There's a lot of
12.
open reds.
Seventeen. 18. 23.
This is good stuff by the reigning senior champion. He's battling hard to get back in the frame. Just thrown off a little bit, so reset. Just got to be mindful of that pink. He's queuing by.
24.
Kind of just, I think, a little slightly out of position there. It's opting for the green to its own pocket. Going to come off a couple cushions. That's very nice. He's developed the pink.
27.
Yeah, it's not a sprint, the game of snooker. It is a marathon. Noel impressively came out with a 1-3-4, but unfortunately that's not a great landing spot for that cue ball.
Pink.
Blind cut, it's got to go over the red. This is tricky.
$34.
Fabino is queuing right now. I don't think he wants the interval. He wants to just keep going. Just racing around like a Indy car at the Indy 500.
35. 41. $46.
Just left him a bit of difficulty here. The pot does go. Done well to put it nicely. Right in the bottom.
47.
This blue for the half century and building.
$52. $53.
Fabino can take this frame. It's looking pretty close. This would definitely be a win for him, as he early
59.
on was trailing 2-0. Storm back to win the last
60.
2 frames. Is that what red was his frame ball? Nine on the table and 66 in it.
66. $67.
There is a century on. Be a nice bookend for this mini session. It all came out with a 1-3-4 in the first frame of the match.
73. Make it a pink, another pink. It's okay.
And referee Patrick just conferring with our scorekeeper. Really appreciate the help. Everyone's stepping up. Obviously, the game is what we're watching, is the players at the table, but just to create the
74.
great community you have, we need everybody. We need referees, scorekeepers, tournament directors, commentators, streaming producers. It's a whole team effort to give a great package to the viewing audience. This really brings out a lot of professionalism to it as well. As with each broadcast, we do try to bring up
80.
new tricks and toys. If you didn't tune in yesterday, I did have
81.
president of PAPS in here, Ajay Pradhakar, and we were discussing that it is a labor of love. There's not a huge amount of financial reward just yet, but there's a lot of passion. This is a big red to keep the break going. Ooh, just at that pace, used all the pocket.
88.
Big shot here, color to get on the yellow. And he got that shot. That was tough. You know, didn't have a lot of angle and just created the angle
95.
with his cue ball. There's definitely something down in the water in Brazil. These players definitely
97.
come to play. This for the century. Green in its own pocket.
100.
And fans are liking that. So possible 1-2-2 here for Fabino to send us into the interval.
104.
Just roll down a little too much. Wrong side of blue. Got to go in and out of bulk. But no bulk colors to worry about.
$109.
His favorite spot on the table for that pink, but it's still on. Needs to use the rest. Right in the heart. Didn't even hit a
115.
horn. So the black 122. 2 centuries in 4 frames. What standard we're seeing here.
$22.
We got a match,
10-minute
everybody.
break.
So we'll be back in
Got a
about
10-minute
10
break
minutes
now.
time for the beginning of frame 5. So this is your tip to go get a cool drink on a hot day, because we're going to come back with a best of 3 to see who's going to be playing in the final of this 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship.
Scores tied, 2 frames each. Allow it to break.
And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that interval.
One.
I think it was a little bit quicker than we were expected, but we're back here with frame 5. 2-2, semifinal. Noel Rodriguez battling Fabino Lucen. Both players coming from Brazil. Both players have put a century in. Both players wanting to win. But it's a small little best of 3, as it's a best of 7 semifinal. Whoever get 4 frames to the good will be victorious. So a colossal 5th frame here. So whoever's able to take this 5th frame will be 1 frame away.
Seven. See, touching. Touching ball.
So with the touching ball, Fabino is able to shoot away. As long as that red that he is touching doesn't move, it's not a push shot. So it's broken down on 7.
Bravo. Igor at 1.
Fabino's just going to be slightly mindful. Always a potential of in-off when you skid off the pack of reds. Almost had a pot with that red into the top right. Just an update from our other semi-final.
One.
Igor Figueiredo is leading Otero Santos 2 frames to 1, but Otero is up by a slim margin in the 4th frame, leading 31-29.
Six.
And over here we're deadlocked at 2. And let's see what Noel can make of this chance. Black does look available to both corner pockets. That's always good news for a player. They're content with pink and blue, but black is where they really want to hang around, as that's 7 big points.
$13.
Just hit the cushion just before. Just spoiled the broth there for Noel. With that black there, it's made a big pocket for Fabino, but didn't need to use it.
One.
Just looking at Noel's previous shot on that black, as you can just see it just hits the cushion just before. Early in the tournament, we've
8.
seen some slug matches, but this is definitely a heavyweight bout. Both players sparring back and forth. Fabino can't believe it. Always tricky. Going to those middle pockets. The net does come into play.
1.
It's nice to see a couple attacking players. They do know when to pull up their socks and do the tactical side, but if they've got a red on, 99 out of 100 times they're going to take it on and be successful.
Four. Five.
This looks like it could be a good opportunity for Noel. He's got that red by the pink as a saving grace into the top left if that split was to go wrong.
12. 13.
See his bridge hand, he's up on his fingertips, making it a little difficult. But he's okay.
20.
Well, a little frozen in his tracks there. That red
21.
went in, but ooh, that cue ball going close to the left middle.
$26. 27.
Oh, Noel has just run out of position there.
Pink.
Might just delicately tap up to that pink.
Foul and a miss.
Oh, he didn't hit it.
6
Wow.
points, Fabio.
And that's a free ball. Fabino can put him back in or nominate a color ball as his red. Unless he's not going to in this situation. So even a strong and accomplished player like Noel Rodriguez can blunder a little bit. And you get that tournament pressure in there. Fortunate for Noel, he didn't gift a chance for Fabino on an easy red. Come back with a nice safety shot there. Thought he might have come up a little too soon on the shot, but cue ball is tight to the ball cushion.
Foul.
Well, that was a
6 points.
fantastic plant shot.
Goal.
The only problem was Fabino hit a red and then hit a pink, and that pink went into the bottom of the pocket. So both players feeling it a little bit. They've both fouled on that pink ball. So just 25
One.
in it. And nice red there by Fabino. Played it with an element of safe, so. Oh. Raises his arms out like the Jesus in Rio. Asking why. He got a big kick there. He was supposed to be right behind that yellow, but it's popped out. Big mistake, and we've seen Noel jump on those mistakes by Fabino, especially in that first frame. Fabino made a slight error, and Noel turned around and made a 1-3-4. And this is a great opportunity
6.
for this Brazilian to take this frame.
Seven. Twelve.
That red was his frame ball. Nice cannon into the pink to hold for the red.
20. $21.
Yeah, I don't think Fabino will be coming back to the table, so Noel looking to get
25.
very close to the final of this 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship.
27.
Wow, what a cut. He's still on the
30.
brown, so he's got a half-century possibility here. Oh, well, he can't come through on the brown, but that's
Noel?
a concession there. So, Noel Rodriguez of Brazil has a 3-2 advantage over his countryman Fabino Lucen. Will step aside for a few moments' time while referee Patrick sets up and gets us ready for frame 6. Can Fabino force a decider, or will Noel punch his card into the final with a frame line of 4-2? We'll see when frame 6 commences shortly. back, everybody.
Fabino break, trailing 3 frames to 2.
Referee Kevin Patrick has got the table ready. 6th frame. A lot of pressure on this. As Fabino knows, possibly one mistake and he could be going home. It'd be a shame. Both players have been really impressive. And Noel has faltered a little on that safety, so the door is open for Fabino.
One.
Nice to see our good friend from Brazil as well, Victor Sarkis, in the room. He'll be competing in the open side that starts tomorrow. So good to see that Daniel Holoida has made it over from Poland. People might be asking and curious, well, this is just open to players in the Pan Am region. What is a gentleman from Poland doing? Well, he does actually have American citizenship, as his parents were living in a time when he was born, and he did live in America for a bit. So that justifies him to be able to play in this great championship. I know there were some other skilled players from Canada that wanted to come down, Albert Kenny and Nitin Sharma. They just didn't get their documentation in order. That was a tough shot. He had to use all the lumber there on his cue. Ooh.
1.
Heart skipped a beat there as that red just touched all sides of the pocket before it dropped and found the bottom.
6. 7. 14. 15.
Could slide into the pack here. Love this to be a little bit lower on the blue, but it is available.
Blue.
Blue is in. No reds are in. Black didn't drop. Reds are open. Advantage Noel.
20.
Doesn't have a. That's not a big sigh there, as he doesn't have an easy red. Obviously, if he can put this in, he should be able to clear the top left corner where that black is, and that's going to open up things and give him a great opportunity to take the frame. But big red here with the rest.
21, pardon me.
I got the red. He's fortunate enough he does have the pink into the green
27?
pocket.
I thought it was 21. Hold on. 21, right? 21. How's this red?
Discussion.
21 or 27?
Well, there's 10 reds on the table.
21 or 27? Yeah. Yeah. 15. Right. 21, right? 21, right? Hold on. 21. Yeah. Should be 20. Hold on. Undo. Hold on. That's right. 21. Good. 21. It was 21.
Fortunately,
What?
our scorekeeping friend does come from Brazil.
Right.
Obviously, there's no advantage there as both the players are from Brazil. Can't be any nefarious activity there.
He added 27. I said no.
But they've clarified it.
Spider?
Sometimes there is that little bit of a language barrier. But we had 4 great countries participating in this event. Strong contingent of American and Canadian and Brazilian players. And Regan Tung, our lone
get attention on the
Trinidad and
spider?
Tobagan, is in the audience taking it in. Great to see a friend from that great country. Hopefully maybe someday we can get down there for a great snooker event. This is some shot here. Come off the cushion. This is dangerous. High risk. I think he's thinking otherwise. Sometimes, but great risk comes great reward. But you know, frame 1 of a best of 11 match. Maybe might take the black, but these reds will be a little shorter and getting closer to the climax of the match. Took his medicine, smart thinking, and he took a long pink into the green pocket. Was successful. Should be able to clear the black now.
28. $35.
Just got to be mindful of that red that he's queuing over. Referee Patrick coming to inspect. Any little piece of fabric of his clothing touches that red, it will be a foul. And he's got to queue over the black, so tricky.
$36.
And he's come through to be on the black into the right middle, but that's a tricky shot. And if he's to falter, he'll definitely be selling out. So just gonna run and hide after a 36 break.
Noel, 36.
Sabino not out of it just yet. Survives the double kiss nicely. Oh, nice little flick on that green has helped him. Points. Lots of reds there. Aggressive players, just noticing the well. Sometimes when he takes those long, aggressive, powerful shots, he just, as he's coming through, he pops up. Gotta keep that head down. Keep it steady. Only thing that should be moving is that back arm. The only time your body really should move is when all the shot has come to a rest, when you've been successful with a pot, or all the balls come to rest on a safety shot. Obviously that can be a bit difficult sometimes when you have balls coming towards you.
One.
It's a nice long red by Noel. Nice little touch shot that's done. Be on the nice side of this red, come through.
6.
Be high on the blue.
7.
Some open reds, so definitely the frame is there for him to take. Just can't get ahead of himself. Main focus, stay in the moment. So often we see players' minds racing ahead and thinking of shots ahead. And they forget all about the shot that's right in front of them.
13.
We'll just come and taking a look at the scoreboard. Need a few more reds to get us to the snooker's required stage. Interesting shot selection there.
Noel, 49. Fabio, 8.
Maybe it just wasn't straight on that blue. Could have drawn it back for the red, just below the pink. But Noel's got to trust his percentages. He knows his shots better to take. Pino just got to tuck in his shirt there. Doesn't want to hit that green. Referee Patrick will be inspecting. That's a big red there by Noel. Got a nice cannon as well into the
1,
pink and red.
blue.
Too thin, too thin. Fabino's still alive, hanging on by a thread. 42 points in it and 59 on the table. It's getting nervous here at the Aryan Snooker Club in Sacramento. Semi-final pressure. The finals will be played a little later today.
Will you turn your phones on silent, please?
Just a little tough to tell from our angle there. Is that playing on with those two reds tight together? Might just be a bit off, so looks like Noel is going to refuse it. These reds look like passengers on Noah's Ark. Two of them side by side. Two pairs of two. Like, yeah, there might have been a little space between those two reds, just making the plant that much more the potential of success. That's by the angle when we looked at the overhead. They were welded together. Didn't look like it went.
1,
It's a nice long red by Fabino. It's not a lot of work to do with something with these reds. Somebody in the blue. Just trying to get behind that yellow, wasn't able to. Solid hit. Thumbs up by referee Patrick. Good shot
Good
by
hit.
Noel.
pitching ball.
And that is a touching ball. So Fabino can shoot away. be some shot. Very well done. Just when you think all these guys do is make high breaks, they come back and play a wonderful technical shot right there.
Foul for miss.
Yeah, just taking a look at Fabino's shot there as referee Patrick puts it down. Just a great judgment of pace. It's gonna be some shot. And of course, another attempt for Noel.
Don't touch it. Okay. Good. Good for Dina.
Yeah, referee Patrick just making sure Noel
No.
does not touch the ball.
Up to was up to you with the yellow ball.
As some of these
Was up
players
to
are
even with the
obviously
yellow ball. Check with this
not
one.
used to having the referee there all the time.
A little bit over here.
Remember when we were down
Good
at the
someone-
Screen Championship in Rio in 2023, all tables at the Rio Yacht Club were manned by referees. We did actually have some females as well. I should say
Good.
there were people at the table. Great to see the community down there in Brazil. They really all came together to make an exceptional championship. Didn't sacrifice any more penalty points. But oh, this is tough and thin.
One.
Fabino's giving himself a chance. As he developed out of the red, so they're both out. As you can see, just trailing by 29 with 43 on the table. The reigning seniors champion is not out of it yet. Flicked up his cue again. Might have got a big kick. Wow, that's a thin red to the green pocket. Looks like Noel's going to take it on.
One.
Pink would put him into Snooker's required stage. snookered himself there. Thought there might have been a path
Unmark it.
for a cutback double. So Noel allowing referee Patrick to come out and just mark where the cue ball is. Obviously, he's not inferring that Noel's going to miss, but just keep the pace of the game going. Doesn't get bogged down by the guesswork. Now referee Patrick will know exactly where the cue ball goes if it needs to come back. Just an update from our other semi-final. Looks like Igor Figueiredo is leading that 3 frames to 1 going in the interval, so he just needs one more to get into the final. Will be happening a little later today. Oh, that would have been some shot. Come off the cushion, knock it in, but look at that pink. Fabino does need just the one snooker. There's a free ball potential. That final red. Wow, what a shot by Fabino there. Great snooker there. Noel could be in a lot of trouble here. As he contemplates his next move, we'll just take a look at this great snooker here by Fabino. Just judged with perfect weight. Well, set for his attempt. All he has to do is hit it. Not really worried about if he really sells out the red.
Foul 4. I'll be honest.
Now that, so Fabino has got the snooker that he needed. However, he does need a high value color with this red. It's 35 on and 32. Can afford to get up to the brown. This could be a costly mistake. This is a long pot there for Fabino. Top left corner.
One.
This isn't good, and there it is, a concession there. Noel Rodriguez. Just, yeah, on that last shot by Fabino, he kind of got up, and what a match that was. Great standard there, as we had a couple of centuries, but Noel Rodriguez takes out the championship. We will have a new Pan American Senior Snooker Champion. We're going to step aside. Scheduled to have the final at 3 p.m. But we know that our friends, the Intero Santos and Igor Figueiredo match is at 3-1, and they're just in their interval. So just a note to everyone out there, come back and see us at 3 p.m. We'll be giving you an update. That's 3 p.m. Pacific time, and I'll be letting you know when that final match will happen. So this is your cue to get a cold drink or some lunch, and tune back in at 3 p.m. for an update of when the final will commence. It's David Burney saying thank you all for all your viewership, and I hope you can get ready for a great final a little later today.